when you're serious about your recovery, it doesn't matter about the little stuff, it matters about the bigger picture. And when I could see the bigger picture of it all and seeing that they was making us do CrossFit and these classes and things that we really didn't want to do, it was to build some structure in our lives. I started smoking pot when I was probably 12 years old. I was introduced to cocaine at 12 years old, ecstasy, acid, all around 12 or 13 years old. Nothing other than marijuana and alcohol really stuck until I was 14 or 15. I started doing Xanaxes, drinking alcohol, doing more cocaine. When I was 15, like I'd said a while ago, I moved to Kentucky. That's where I was introduced to methamphetamine at. And that was the height of my addiction. That's where it really took off, was when I started doing meth when I was 15. And it lasted all the way up until about 2.5 years ago, really, till I got into the recovery court program. We was always told when I was in school, of course, that marijuana was the gateway drug. And back when I was in school, when I smoked marijuana constantly, I never believed that. I think the high gets to be dull and you want something more intensive, or you want a better high or a longer high. So you go to harder things or stronger things. And I'm a firm believer at this point in my recovery that pot is a gateway drug. If you start with that, then I've never seen anyone that stays in addiction that just smokes marijuana. Never seen it. You know, I dabbled with ecstasy, shrooms, pills, and alcohol was there with all of it. No matter what I was doing, I always drank. So I always say this, and especially in the meetings, I was an alcoholic before I was a drug addict. I was looking for the better high. I was looking for the escape from the reality. I was abused a lot when I was younger. My sisters moved away when I was very young. But when they moved away, they was my lifelines, I felt like, because we was beat so often daily, that when they left, I felt like I was abandoned. So I looked for something to hold on to. And the people that I held on to were either the dealers or the other addicts, and they was there for me. So that's what I cling to. From the time 2 weeks after I turned 18, I got in trouble for stealing a car, assaulting a police officer. I had 6 felony charges, 13 misdemeanors. From the 2 weeks after I turned 18 until 3 years ago, I stayed in it. I've done 12 years in prison and jail. I got a probation violation, and that's what I asked for a recovery court for. It's something that I begged for. I was in jail. I signed up for it twice, was denied twice. I wrote a letter personally to the judge, and it described my addiction history, my jail history, and things like that. And he brought me in front of him to speak about it. And when I spoke to the judge face to face, he accepted me to the program. It was a hard task to begin with the CrossFit and things like that. I've always had a bit of an authority problem because of being in jail. And, I thought I was going to be able to walk through the program like I have probation most of my life. And you can't do that with the recovery court program, especially in Giles County, because they're very hands-on over there. A lot of it at first I thought was silly, especially the CrossFit and things like that. But when you're serious about your recovery, it doesn't matter about the little stuff. It matters about the bigger picture. And when I could see the bigger picture of it all and seeing that they was making us do CrossFit and these classes and things that we really didn't want to do, it was to build some structure in our lives and to see if we was going to be able to handle it or not. Because the people who can't handle it or not serious about their recovery, they weed themselves out pretty quick. I run 3 meetings a week in Giles County, the Hope Recovery meetings. I still attend online meetings 2 or 3 times a week, and anytime I'm in another county, if there's a meeting close by and I have time, I attend it. If you're in treatment or you're thinking about treatment, to please give it a chance and just let the people that's in the treatment centers or teaching the classes that you're going to, let them in a little bit, because nobody can help you if you don't let them. Well, since I named the meetings that I chair Hope Recovery, it's the definition behind it at the meetings is hold on pain ends, and that's something that I really cling to, because if you're early in recovery or not even in recovery and just thinking about it, if you really just hold on you can make it to the other side. It's difficult, it seems like there's not a light, and it takes a while to see a light at all, and it's still in a very far distance away when you do see it, but if you just hold on, it's there.